I love my job, and it took a lot to get here to the best school at which I've ever taught. I got my BA in Fine Arts and then my teacher's certificate in all-level art at Houston Baptist University. Then I received my master's in educational leadership technology at George Washington University. I now teach digital and interactive media using Photoshop and an introduction to all the software on the computers, animation using Flash and hand-drawn projects, advanced animation using Maya and After Effects, and video game design using Unity 3D, C++, and C#. My goal is to create digital media businesses which will employ my students and my family. Our first project was Background 1. I used Flash to create this simple background for my first project in animation class. I used a rectangle tool with a gradient for the sky and then outlined my clouds and filled them. I drew mountain shapes and had to close every shape to fill it with a color. I did the same for the hills and the water. Project 2, Characters. I did research to find good-looking butterflies and copied the one I liked loosely. I also looked at the images of explosions to create mine, but I made up the lightning on my own. The third project was called Flash Animation. I used the timeline, motion tweens, frames, and keyframes to create a short animation that we worked on as a class. The butterfly was a repeated animation in the library, and I also used motion presets for the smoke. The next project was Magic Music Studio. I'm using Magix to create music for all my animations, and the music you're hearing now was created by me with Magix. The next project was hand-drawn ball bounce. We have to do hand-drawn animations to get the college credit for this class. I used a pencil and paper to draw 30 circles in sequence, which created the illusion of bouncing with timing and spacing. Animation Test 1. I had to make this animation on my own using written instructions. I included transparent objects, animated symbol, and items using the elements and principles of design. The t-shirt contest was a quick project to enter a contest for our academy. We then did another drum animation. I drew this animation to practice flip motion with more than one timing and spacing. Next, we wrote a script for our children's book. We used professional formatting so that we could learn how to turn in a real script. After that, we made a storyboard of our children's book on Photoshop. Then we did a short practice zombie animation to let people start learning about human forms and proportions. The next project was another hand-drawn project called Egg Skirt Animation. It helped us learn about the movement of cloth in air. Next, we did a project working with the whole school to represent our class. The project was a group project where students created items to fly above our heads in the classroom. Then we did a Flash Bones project to help the kids learn how to use Flash Bones and motion presets. Finally, the kids all finished our children's book and posted it on YouTube.
Chill, dude. Could happen to anybody.
How is that even possible? How could you turn a whole stage? How could it be like that? If you screwed this up, you're paying for the whole thing!
Believe in the music. That's what people want.
I try to sing pretty, but I'm so happy to sing. Got so many dreams, I sing them to remember. So I
sketch where we turned in projects to help out a game design. Then we made our demo reel. Next, we did the hand-drawn double take, which was to show us how to draw and make a turning head in animation. Then we did our independent animation script, which used professional screenwriting format to create it for our independent animation. Next, we did the independent animation storyboard. I used Photoshop and a storyboard template to create this storyboard for my independent animation so that I could work out the details before I actually start animating. Next was the indie characters. We were designing them for our independent animation. Then we did our indie backgrounds. I created the backgrounds like a musical staff. Then there's the indie animation itself. I hope you enjoy it.
La 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 la. Achoo! La la la.
Next came the SLO test. After the SLO test, I took the certification test with Certiport. And the last project we did was making this web portfolio with all of our work. It's been an awesome year, especially because of Mitchell.